What are we drinking now? It's always a good question. It gets asked frequently, so we thought we'd do a video. Hi friends, I'm Laura, this is Troy, we're Baker Drinks, and today we've got a video of what we're currently reaching for.
Multiple times throughout the year, we like to transition from like one type of whiskey to another. I know a lot of you drink whatever you want year round, and that's fine. This just kind of helps us rotate our bottles so they're not getting as dusty sitting at the back of a shelf. We're coming out of rye season, which is the winter. Warm, spicy, make you feel good on those cold nights type of whiskeys. And we're heading into spring, and spring is when like the trees are starting to blossom and start fruiting up, so we're getting into some finished whiskeys now.
And a lot of times lower proof too, because when the weather starts getting warm, I don't really want something 120 proof.
Okay, so we start off every list with our budget bourbon. We had JTS Brown on our list last time. We have JTS Brown on our list this time. At $14 in our area for a bottled and bond whiskey coming out of Heaven Hill. It's hard to beat this. And we use this as our control pour, like if we're doing a blind. We use this as our warm-up pour for when we're gonna have more than one drink in the night. And a lot of times we'll use this as our last drink of the night when we're coming off of something high proofer and we still want another whiskey, but we don't want to wake up with a bad Saturday. This is our guy, JTS Brown 100, bottled and bond.
Along those same lines, I've got a bottle that we typically end our nights with. So this one, when we do live streams, we usually plan out what we're gonna drink. Sometimes they go a little longer than we plan, and we feel like having another sip later. So this is almost always what we reach for. It's the John J. Bowman single barrel. This one's a pick, but before this it was just a regular one. But this is a very, very common bottle in our rotation. We love the flavor of it. And it's only 100 proof, so it's not bad to add at the end of the night as well.
So this next bottle, it's brand new to us. We had never even heard of it. One of our patrons sent us a blind flight and we fell in love with this pour. He told us it was Wheel Horse bourbon, but not just Wheel Horse bourbon. This is the Whiskey Row pick. So I reached out to David and Jamie, asked them if they still had it available. They did. $40. There is so much fruit in this bourbon. It's just
fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, for $40, it's cask strength. Words can't describe how good this is. If you've not tried Wheel Horse, you should, and if this pick is still available at Whiskey Row, you should reach out to David and Jamie and get your hands on one. It's fantastic.
So, along the same lines there, this was not planned out. Sorry, my voice cracked there like I'm a teenager here. This is another bottle that's new to us. I had actually never even heard of it until it was given to us. So this is the Rebel Small Batch Reserve. It's 110 proof. We just got this bottle. It's new to us. I'm pretty sure it's new to the market anyway, but this bottle tastes delicious, and that's what keeps bringing us back to it. I know it looks like it's very full, but we've only had it for a couple weeks, and we've had multiple pours out of it. We just have small pours.
Yeah, and in case you didn't know, Lux Row, who puts out the Rebel, in the recent past was purchased by MGP. They've transitioned off of Heaven Hill as their supplier to MGP. This was the remaining stock of all that Heaven Hill whiskey that was going into the Rebel 10. They just blended it. It's non-age stated. It's 110 proof. That bottle's like $30. That, in my opinion, is going to be the new $30 monster on the market. That's better than anything else at that price range. Thank you, Patrick, for the bottle. And if we ever see one, we will be buying another. So many of you all saw our recent video where we reviewed the Bulleit 12-year rye. I mean, we've had this bottle 3 weeks, We've drank a third of the bottle. We like it that much. This is just a fantastic pour. 12-year-old 95.5 MGP rye at $55.
It's amazing.
Again, coming out of rye season, heading into the spring, it's a low enough proof at 92 that it's light, it's just easy to drink. So it's still in our rotation. Probably will be for a few more weeks.
It's sweet too, you know? It doesn't remind me of Christmas when I'm drinking this. It's reminding me of like springtime.
Yeah.
So it's still delicious.
Yeah, just a great pour.
This one's a bourbon, but it has a lot of rye flavors in it as well. And we have reached for it pretty much since we got the bottle, and it's almost empty. This is the Remus Highest Rye. And so it's a very high rye bourbon. And my goodness, as you can see, we've put a dent in it. This thing hits my palate perfectly. I like the bourbon rye blends, the burr ryes, or whatever you want to call them. Those are delicious. This one is just a high rye bourbon, but it's got the same flavor profile that I enjoy out of those. So, I mean, I think this is probably a year-round one, as long as we get a replacement, because we're getting close to needing one.
Coming in 51% corn, 49% rye, 10% of that I think is a malted rye. It just has all of the flavor that you could ever ask for. I hope you're noticing the theme here. Another whiskey that's new to us, that's making its rounds on WhiskeyTube. This is the James E. Pepper Barrel Proof Decanter series, and we got a sample of this from a subscriber. We drank it one night during one of our live streams. Absolutely fell in love with it. It's not in our area. I had to buy this online, but still, online with shipping, I think I paid just a little over $50 for it. And it's probably one of my favorite current whiskeys. It's just got such good flavor, some complexity in there. It's everything you could ask for. The mouthfeel is great. The finish is great. That's a keeper for sure.
And not gonna lie, I thought it was a gimmick thing. I was like, we definitely do not need that bottle. It's in a fancy bottle. That means it's probably no good. And we probably would have never gotten it if we didn't try a sample from someone else, because I felt that way. But you know, I guess it's just in a nice bottle.
A decanter.
And as Troy said earlier in the video, we are also going for finished whiskeys. So there's not a lot of finished whiskey here on the table, but that doesn't mean that's not what we're reaching for. We've got some High West bottles. So this is the cask strength, or the cask collection. We've got the Cab Sav and the Chardonnay. So very different flavors in these two. Both hit my profile well. I like the wine finished bourbons. I think they're delicious.
Yeah, they're not quite the same as the old, like the double rye or the American Prairie finished whiskeys that High West was putting out pre-Constellation. But these are a very nice alternative. I've got no complaints about either of those bottles, except they were just a little on the spendy, and I think we paid about $60, $65 for each of those. But the flavors are great. And like we said, we're transitioning from one season to the other. So these are the first couple finished bottles that we've been reaching for lately. And as the weeks progress into the spring, there will be more for sure.
So this is what we're reaching for right now. You know, it's always changing. So let us know what you are reaching for. If you like these bottles as well, or if you hate all of them, that's fine too. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.